Merry Christmas. You look like the most beautiful present ever. Oh my gosh.
I feel like we're well.
We are it's like we rehearsed it. Are you like excited for the holidays? Do you get excited around like decorating,
I feel
songs, everything?
very Christmassy this year.
Yeah, well, you should right now.
Yeah.
So,
no,
yeah.
we're going away for Christmas.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just me and my husband. Just.
Oh, wait, are you one of those people that goes hot for Christmas? Do you go somewhere warm?
I've not done this before.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is new, but I feel more Christmassy because of it.
Going somewhere warm?
Yeah, somewhere warm. Because I feel like before we go, and I knew I was coming here, which is very Christmassy, so I've done presents really early. Oh. And just really planning the sort of Christmas time before, instead of leaving it to the last minute.
Yeah.
So I feel very festive.
Oh, because you're allowed to. You're not, it's not chaotic and you're like, I'm behind.
Yeah. And I'm like, bye.
I know. Yeah. I'm ready too. I hate when there's only like a few Christmases in my life I've been behind, and it's the most miserable time of the year. Yes.
Wow.
If you're not prepared, it's just overwhelming with presents and everything.
But also I feel a real, sense of humankind at the minute, which is sort of crazy because everything sort of feels horrible, but also in amongst that, I feel like we all feel connected in a way.
Yes, it does feel that. I know, and I love the Christmas movies that come out. Yeah. Kind of like your zombie flick. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I heard that this is kind of cruel, I think, but your parents, when they make you eat first, and then you have to wait while people are making the meal and doing all that, and then you got to open your presents?
Yeah, so my mum...
This is so mean.
So my mum still does stockings for me and my sisters, even though we're fully grown adults, and love stockings, always. So we were allowed to open the stockings, but then we had to wait till after, to open presents.
Oh my God, so here's a tip for your parents, is like, it's great when you let them open it, because then they play while you actually have alone adult time in the kitchen making the meal.
Right.
Because then other than that, I feel like you have the kids annoying you of like, is it almost ready? Are you almost ready? Are we gonna eat soon? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
but then the anticipation is fantastic.
Okay, you're an optimist. I like it. Okay. What's the best gift that you've been given? Or no, what's the best gift you've given, you think?
Well, I adopted a donkey.
What?
Well, it didn't come to my house.
Oh,
but
no, we do this in my family.
Yeah, so the animal sanctuary.
Yes.
My husband loves donkeys. He feels they're the most, mistreated animal.
That is so specific.
Yeah, so,
yes.
So in amongst the first Christmas we had, in amongst all the other things I got, I had like paid $20 or something for this donkey, and there was a picture, and I've never seen someone more thrilled with a gift. Yeah.
My mother did that for us. One year she got presents for us, and it was such a beautiful thing. She like helped out a family with a cow. She helped out a family. I was like, what?
With a cow?
I never heard. She did. Like it fed the family for like a year. Like it was like one of those things that I guess and whatever. I was like, this is the most beautiful present because we didn't really need anything.
Right.
So it was nice that we were taking the time to do something for someone else. That's nice. It's just random that it's a donkey.
I know. Yeah.
We share a love of Goonies because I saw a picture. And you took a road trip, right, to see the house?
I was shooting in Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah.
That's why I was dressed like that.
Which is a random place to shoot, but unless you are on the set of the Goonies, I feel like.
Yeah, well, it has a rich film history.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the Goonies was filmed there, and I'm blanking on the other really great thing that was filmed there, but they have a film museum that's in the old prison. It's fantastic. Oh. But I don't know why I have a picture of Josh Gad.
I was gonna go there, okay, because Josh Gad, you missed him.
I was reminded of the picture, and my only thing is that he loves the Goonies, and I guess we must have been talking about it, so I felt like I wanted to take him with me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so you kind of went on a road trip in this film.
Yes.
An intense one, but explain kind of what the film's about.
So We Bury the Dead follows Ava, who I play. There has been a catastrophic incident in Tasmania, which is south of Australia. Yeah. And a lot of people have been killed, but there are a lot of people who are somewhere in between the living and the dead. Yeah. And Ava is going to try and find her husband. She doesn't know what's happened to him. So the whole film is her trying to find him. But also it's really a meditation on grief and how we say goodbye, and the people that she's meeting are going through their own versions of that. Yeah. So it's sort of a beautiful tale of this woman trying to find some end. Yeah, and not knowing what that end's going to be. And she meets some zombies along the way.
You mentioned there are some zombies in the movie, but you say it's not really a zombie movie, right? Because I think people might be confused by that it's just like a zombie movie alone.
I feel like the response has been, what you've sort of experienced in your life is how you will take the film. Oh, no. So my mum watched it and said, oh, it's so sad. And my sister watched it and said, oh, it's so scary. So I feel like those are the sort of responses. It depends where you are and what you're feeling going into it.
Are you into like horror films?
Yeah.
You are?
I sort of love and hate them.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I am not into them.
Yeah.
It lives with me in my
I can't
head.
watch them alone.
Oh God.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Well, that's just a dumb idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need emotional support.
Yeah.
Or someone to jump, with, or whenever you
But
get
also,
scared.
cinema experience watching a horror film, there's just nothing like it.
If I am gonna take the leap and do it, I do only like doing it in a theater setting. Like I have to go to like a theater.
Yeah.
Like alone in your house feels like you want to die, like you want someone to break in.
Yeah.
But if I'm not in my home, it never happened. You
Yeah.
know, you're at a theater.
Yeah, exactly.
And like experiencing that with the whole crowd of like the gasps and the like, the random person that says everything that the person says on screen, repeats it,
Yeah.
That's me. So wait, in one scene, living humans are actually scarier than the dead ones, which is very telling of humanity.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, it's interesting because the zombies in this film sort of develop over time, so things change. The more Ava sees, the more things are happening to them.
Sneaky.
But she comes across a guy who is racked with grief to the point that he is genuinely the most terrifying person in the film.
He's kind of lost his marbles.
Well, it's weird because he sort of lost his marbles and she understands where it is. It's like a deep, serious grief that he's overcoming. So in some ways you sort of understand it, which is scarier in a way.
Yeah.
But doing that section of the film was that was real fun horror, running, looking behind, the screaming. Yeah, that was great.
Are you good at the scream? How do you not just lose your voice? When I when I go to a game, I'm a tool and I yell like as if I'm on the team, and I lose my voice. How do you not lose your voice doing stuff like that?
Well, the line that was used was not scripted, but I was amped up and I did a scream and I couldn't believe it came out of me.
Have you ever had something happen to you? And okay, so in real life I got scared because my friend didn't, long story short, I got scared, long story. And I just froze and nothing came out.
Oh,
I wanted to scream. It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
My friend did not tell me he was coming over and I was like, and it was just us on this country road, and I was like, this is the moment when I die. I was like, wait, what? And nothing came out. Like,
so that once happened.
I couldn't scream.
Yeah. I was once in a car with my friend going down an icy road. She couldn't brake. The car did a 360, and I went,
you freeze.
and I thought, I'm gonna go out silent.
I've been in a black ice accident too. That's what they call it. Like a black ice, you don't see it, and then you start spinning, and I didn't breathe. I could literally hear, the only thing I heard was me go, that's all I heard.
Oh, that's
which
so
is
cinematic.
Way scary.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it's way scarier than yelling. I wish I could have yelled.
Yeah.
Because I freak myself out more. Anyway, I'm unhinged. Okay, so the film, I'm just kidding. So the film it's kind of set at the start of the downfall of civilization. I heard you actually like to study ancient civilizations. I think we all go through this phase because I went hardcore with the Mayans. One time.
Oh, did you?
I did. I just found it interesting, and then I got lost in all these documentaries and like things they're finding out. But what kind of led you down that path?
I did classical civilization at school and was very interested in it. So I did that at uni, which I did go to for a few weeks before I left and started acting. Yeah. But I just love classics.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I heard. Are you reading Marcus Aurelius? Is that for fun or for a role?
No, for fun.
Okay. You're so hot. Yeah, that's so sexy. You're just like casually reading Marcus Aurelius. Okay.
Yeah, meditations.
Okay. Yes.
It's one of those things that I feel like everyone says we should read, and I started reading it recently. Yeah.
I did that as well. I'm making fun of it, but I got like I'm the tool that's like the 100 books that you should read around. I started down that path, so I'm on that list. I'm not far. Okay, so there's some truly creepy parts of the movie, like the sound that the zombies make, which I'm really not excited about this part, but we're gonna hear it right now. Here we go.
Nice.
Woo! No.
That's such a good reaction.
So they put these sounds in afterwards, right? You didn't hear anything
No, she
like
was
that
making some of those sounds.
while you were doing it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was that like?
What's crazy is I've never had a better time on set.
Oh my
I was having
God.
such a good time, so much fun, and then doing
so
the film.
different. Okay.
Yeah, and then doing the film was so intense and freaky. And then we'd stop and just have a great time.
Oh, but when you watch it back, do you? Because you're a part of it, obviously, the whole process. But then when you see it all put together, were you scared, like watching it, or was it? What's the ride like for you?
It was really interesting because the first time I actually saw the full finished thing was at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
And what was incredible was being in an audience with people
reactions.
having a real visceral reaction to the sounds and what was happening. And
yeah,
it was a ride.
I love movies, and I love the experience, and I love just everybody being there together and hearing, and I think that, especially with certain films like this, or action, or anything like that, I feel like it makes the movie better.
Yeah.
Like, they've done a great job, but it almost like hearing the sound, nobody has that sound system in your home, and if you do, congratulations. But it's like, it's just a better experience. So I hope everybody, look, this is what I'm telling you to do. Go to a theater and see it, or you fail. Okay, we need a break. Give it up for Daisy Ridley, everybody. Blueberry the Dead is in theaters starting January 2nd.